at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Hall to start the drive. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a 1st down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll run with Hall, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
All again on 2nd down. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Touchdown! Michael Carter, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he powers his way up past the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Wilson steps away to his left. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The touchdown at Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. That's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
If you were going to choose a franchise back from the 2022 class, most figured it would be Breece Hall out of Iowa State, and he was a first guy off the board to the New York Jets. More than looked the part of a bell cow offensive cornerstone at Iowa State, and by testing numbers, one of the best athletes we've seen enter the league at his position.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, sure that he's right.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go in. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away.
And here comes Berrios.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's CWML. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0. Wilson now off the bootleg, rolling to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Play action. It's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown. Jeremy Ruckert, his first NFL reception, goes for 6.
And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Here's Berrios. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself. And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 4. And that'll be good for a Baltimore first. They'll go with the option. Coming right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Dobbins.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that. Again, they've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Braxton Berrios was named the All-Pro returner after the 2021 season, but starting to come along as a receiver as well and look no further than that first down grab. His new deal with the Jets should afford him some more looks outside of just special teams.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there and not giving ground.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hall again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The play fake. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here we go, here we go.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Straight ahead is Hall.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Braxton Berrios. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. They go play action now. Jackson.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Ball again on 2nd down. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Back-to-back runs, deja vu, nothing. They need to get some space here on 3rd down.
They do, but they also have to realize they are getting after them right now. This might be discretion is the better part of valor. Run quarterback sneak, take care of the football, and ask your punter to help you out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And the Bengals have extended their lead. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner picks it off. They find some open field here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the 1st round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick-6 in his very first NFL game. Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man. Zerline connects on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they take a knee.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one's going. His time is running out of this ball game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Jets, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.